friends, welcome back. So glad you're here with me in my kitchen because you guys know the kitchen is my happy place. And if you don't know me, my name is Vicki-Lynne and I'm on a journey to lose some weight. I've already lost 100 pounds and still working on it, to move my body every day, to find some peace every day, and to lower my cholesterol. If that interests you, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. It is Sunday and you know what that means? That's right, it's football. Just kidding, it is football. But we can watch football and do our meal prep at the exact same time and set ourselves up for success this week. If you set yourself up for success, you will be successful. If even you only do a couple of things to meal prep, you're at least doing something that will perpetuate healthier eating. You guys all know, if you've seen the last, I don't know how many videos, I have my little snack tray. We fill this up every week, usually 2 or 3 times a week, because I can just take it, have it at my desk while I'm working. We can have it after work when we just are a little peckish, but we don't want to consume a lot of calories at that time because we're saving ourselves for something really good. And I'm also very budget friendly here. And being plant-based does not mean being expensive. If you're eating a whole food plant-based diet, it is not expensive. Rice and beans are the 2 cheapest things you can possibly buy. And so what I'm going to do is just show you what I have and what I'm going to make this week. So I had cooked some sweet potatoes and never kind of got around to that, or eating them or whatever. I think I might save one to make some sweet potato brownies. I also took out some black beans out of my freezer. And if you've been here for a minute or so, I cooked most of my beans in my Instant Pot. If you don't have one, I don't know why, because between an Instant Pot and an air fryer, you're basically covered. Instant Pot, you can saute, you can cook, you can do whatever. So I am going to mix the sweet potatoes with the black beans, some taco seasonings, whatever. What else do I have here? I have a little piece of red onion that I'll put in that. And then I'm going to roll them up and kind of do like taquitos and freeze them. And then anytime I want a quick little snack, I can just throw a couple in the air fryer and we're all set. The other thing I wanted to do is, we had some leftover rice from Chinese food and I wanted to use that, and it's a few days old, so it's not the best, but we don't want to waste. And I'm thinking rice pudding. You heard me. Might even put some raisins in it this time. I don't know, haven't decided, but we're gonna make that super simple with just some soy milk, some vanilla, a little cinnamon, cook it up, make a little slurry, thicken it up, we're done. The other thing I'm going to do, the third thing I'm going to do today, is I'm going to make a red curry. Again, when I open my cans, I was going to make a Penang curry, and then anytime I open red curries or tomato paste or anything, I save them in Ziploc bags and obviously write on them what it is, so that now I have 2 tablespoons and that's what I need for this recipe. Pretty simple. The other thing we're going to, and in those taquitos, I'm going to use up this cob corn that I have. And then I also have some little peppers and carrots and my cauliflower. So let's get cooking. And the great thing about having your little snack tray at least partially full is that, well, I'm cooking, I can snack. Almost 0 calories. It actually takes up more calories to eat celery than the celery gives you. Full of hydration, don't forget. Okay, so we're just going to take our rice, kind of break it up, put it in our pot. We're going to top that with some of our soy milk. You can use any plant-based milk because honestly we're going to thicken it later with a little bit of a slurry. I'm going to put a little bit of cinnamon in now and then a little bit at the end. And a little bit of vanilla. That's just vanilla powder. You could use extract, whatever you want. Again, trying to use up stuff, and as you can see, it's very little left, so might as well use it. And then we're just going to bring this up to a boil and let it simmer for a little bit. And then we can add our raisins or whatever we want at the end. Let's work on our taquitos. So We are just going to open up our sweet potatoes. Need the skin, break it up. Oh, I also have a white sweet potato. So we're just going to mash everything together. I am just going to finish cutting up this. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of garlic powder. This is granulated garlic, but a little bit of garlic. A little bit of onion powder. Oh no, I already have onion. Duh. A little bit of turmeric. More for the health benefits. A little bit of smoked paprika. A little bit of cayenne. Oops. Just to offset the sweetness of the sweet potatoes. And then just some taco seasoning. We're going to stir this all out. Now we're going to add in some of our black beans. I don't think we need all of them, but again, it's going to be a good balanced snack. And you notice we haven't used any oil or any fat so far, because we don't need that. I'm just going to give it a quick taste just to see if it needs anything. I like to warm up my tortillas. So again, not difficult. We're just going to spread out our mixture. And I like to make sure it gets all the way to the edges so you don't have any dry bites. And then we're just going to roll. Just like that. We're going to lay it seam side down. You could always put toothpicks or whatever, but I don't think we're going to need to. And we're just going to tuck in the ends. Perfect. And then we're just going to keep doing this. Our taquitos are done. Those look good. We're just going to put those in the freezer and let them freeze first. So now we're going to move on to our curry. And again, I keep everything, all my veggie scraps, and I make my own veggie broth. There we go. I'm also going to do the onion while I already have my stock bag out of the freezer. You guys know me, I cry a lot with onions. And then all your onion scraps and the skin of your onions is great for actually adding color to your stock. That's what they used to use back in the old days to actually dye things, for like beets and onions, things like that had the color. They just naturally use them. So that's going back in the freezer. I just write what I'm using them for. I do have the silicone ones. Unfortunately, sometimes I have a hard time getting them closed with my hands. So I'm going to do some of this carrot for my carrot sticks for our snack bowl. And I do try to use like the same vegetables from recipe to recipe. So like I'm using carrots for one of my snacks. I'm also putting it in my curry. I think I'm just going to slice it. Now, people are coming over. You could use your little crinkle cutter. I love this. Then they think you actually bought your carrots because they're so darn cute. I have my cauliflower. I'm going to keep some and make a couple of cauliflower wings tonight. And the thing I love about curries is I love to call them curries in a hurry because they take literally no time to make. And then I am going to just cook some fresh rice in the rice cooker. Yes, I know I was going to put those in my taquitos, but I forgot, so I want to use them. I don't want them to go to waste. It'll be fine. I'm going to use 2 or 3 cloves of garlic. Add a splash of water, and you're going to water saute your onions. Add in your peppers, your cauliflower, and your carrots. Now steam for 4 to 5 minutes. Once your vegetables are slightly tender, we're going to add in some soy milk and some water. We're going to add in some coconut sugar and some peanut butter. Add in the curry paste and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce or tamari. Since we're using soy sauce, I'm going to add in a couple of drops of coconut extract. Add in your slurry of 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water. Allow it to thicken, and your curry is ready. So we have finished another great meal prep, and we have used up a lot of stuff from our fridge, and no wasting here, budget friendly. So we have our taquitos. They're in the freezer. I'm going to put those away. We've made our curry. I have a little bit of rice in my rice cooker for supper to have with my curry. And we have made some rice pudding from our leftover rice that just needed to get used. So we have something for breakfast, lunch, dinner. We are all set. We also have, I still have some of my salad left over, and I have my snack box all ready to go. If this has helped you in any way, please give this a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate all of your support, and we will see you in the next one.